So many people start working with me and want to know, how long is this going to take? If you decide to make getting a job, a full-time job, within 90 days, you're going to change your life. We're in the middle of a really good economy. If you're realistic, if you have marketable skills, there is no reason that you need to be miserable where you're working right now. Give yourself 90 days and let's get going on this. There's a two-part process, okay? The first part is what I call exit one. That's the preparation. The focus is on you. You and I are going to take a look at your career, dissect it, get the really good stuff out of it, but that's all about preparation. So in the beginning, your preparation is important. Then the second part is when you are applying and interviewing. Guess what? When you are applying and interviewing, you change your focus. The focus is then on the employer. First of all, what do you want? Do you want opportunity, money, title? And when I say opportunity, more than you have now, more money than you have now, a greater title than you have now, more of a challenge, a better culture. What is that thing that you want? I want you to take these 5 things: opportunity, money, title, challenge, culture. I want you to rate them for me. What is number 1 for you? Now, you can't cheat on this. 1 to 5, rate them. When you do that, we can focus on what's going to make you happy. Or maybe we'll see that your focus doesn't make you happy. But right now, what do you want? That may change as we go along. Now, what are your obstacles? You need to eliminate those obstacles, whether they are real or imagined. Most obstacles that I hear from people are imagined. They are worried that maybe their age will get in the way, or maybe their lack of a certain degree, or maybe a very small area of the job that you have maybe a lesser experience in. Whatever you think those obstacles are, they're only obstacles if you decide they are. So we need to get rid of those. And I want you to decide, what are my obstacles? Write them down. Write down those obstacles. And I don't care how silly they sound. I'm too fat might be an obstacle. I have a bad haircut might be an obstacle. I don't know how to give a presentation. I cannot be heard in the room. Whatever your obstacle is, let's write them down. Here's another thing, procrastination. I talk to people all the time, and they know they have to do it, but they procrastinate. And when you procrastinate, you are losing valuable time. Why are you procrastinating? Are you a procrastinator? If you are procrastinating, try to think about it. You know, you could be afraid of failure. You could actually be somebody who, I like to say, they like to gripe. Somebody who is never happy or who can't find the happiness in things. If that's your problem and you don't really want to leave and you're just griping, let's make it better where you're at. Let's make your attitude better. Let's make you happy. But if you're procrastinating, you'll find that the most successful people do not procrastinate. They do it now. Procrastination causes a lot of stress, and I'm putting together a lesson on procrastination that you'll be able to use. You need to learn a new approach to things. Don't limit yourself. If you've been doing things one way and not getting results, why do you keep doing it? You need to learn a new approach to reaching out to companies, a new approach to going after what you want. And when you limit yourself, it's only you doing that, nobody else. So you need to be open to change. You need to get out of your bubble today. Today. Start networking. Your homework now, reach out to 5 people. 5. They could be peers, current employers, past employers, friends, members of groups that you're in. Never forget that the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and you need to learn to squeak a little bit. And the way we're going to do this is networking, and we're going to network smart. You're not going to network with your hat in your hand asking for a job. You're going to network with intelligence and with intention. We also need to over-prepare before you get going. You need a professionally prepared resume, accomplishments. You need to do those accomplishments. We'll do an accomplishments worksheet so that you can make your resume better. A career review. We need to look at past mistakes in your career and be able to explain them in case they do come up in the interview, and past wins. The whole thing. We need to look at it and over-prepare. You need to engage recruiters. Recruiters have confidential openings. They want to place you because that's how they make a living. They'll be helpful to you. Get them on the phone. Talk to them. And we're going to talk about how to really engage with recruiters so that you're going to learn more about the market and find those jobs that nobody can seem to find out there, the really good ones. You need to know how to tell your story. And this is hard for people. Who are you? Why do you do what you do? How did you get there? We will write your story with you. I don't write it, but you're going to write it, and I'm going to help you with that. But you're not one story. You're multiple stories. We have something that's called beyond the elevator pitch. You know, you're going to have a different pitch depending on the elevator you're in. The stories of you, what you accomplished, how you did it, why you did it. You need to be able to practice these, learn them so that they fall right off your tongue. And this isn't bragging. This is just telling the truth. We also need to over-prepare for interviews. When I ask you, let's get together before your interview, don't slough that off. Because when you are interviewing, it's showtime. I can help you. If you think that you can't learn anything, there's going to be a problem. You won't get as much out of this as you can. So we're going to over-prepare. We're going to look at questions that they might ask and how you're going to answer them. The words that you use, the words that you choose are critical to being hired or not. You're going to interview like a winner. No negative stories. You're going to focus on who you're interviewing with now and what they need from you. There'll be no blame. You'll be able to communicate your value, of course, with impeccable manners, and a curiosity that will help you develop good questions so that when you're interviewing, this isn't just you on the hot seat. This is a conversation. And practice, practice, practice. What will you be asked? Who are you meeting with? What are they going to talk about? When are they meeting? Is this lunch? Why do you think they want to talk to you? And we will practice so that when you sit down in these meetings, you're going to ace them and you will get offers. That's our goal. Interview to get offers, because when you interview, it's showtime.